Do you want to know what it's like to book an ATV excursion in Belize through Carnival? Well, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and keep watching, and you'll find out. So today we're in Belize City, Belize, on one of our stops, sailing with Carnival Magic, and this is going to be a review of our excursion of ATV in Mayan Experience. So the first thing we do after we get off the ship is go to a bus that's going to have all of the people who have the same excursion put on the bus. We're going to take an hour and 20-minute drive to the adventure park where the ATVs and everything goes down. And I want to start this off with things to bring: long sleeve shirts, pants, eye protection, closed toe shoes, and most importantly, bring bug spray. I can't stress this enough: bring bug spray or you'll be like one of the people in this little pop-up where they're just itching all day. So the first out of the three things that we do is eat. They give us a Belizean dish, which is chicken, coleslaw, plantain, and rice and beans, rice and peas, whatever you want to call it. And then there's two other things, one being the ATV and then a chocolate experience. So I'd rate the lunch 6 out of 10. I wish that the food could have been warmer and we would have been given an option to have, let's say, more of some things and less of others. And they do charge you after you drink your one drink of, I think they give you like a Mexican cola or Sprite or something like that. So the next thing we did was the chocolate making experience, where they sit us down, show us the process of start to finish, how to make chocolate, and they pass the chocolate around to show us what they look like in each step of the process. They even get you involved if you would like. So they'll ask you if you want to be a part of the chocolate making process, and you can come up in groups to participate. As you can see, Sam is getting into it. I'm helping her grind out the chocolate, smoothing it out. It's one of the last steps that you get before you make it into the full paste. And now it's time for the ATVs. So originally we both had our own ATV. As you can see, somewhere down the line, Sam's ATV had an issue where the wheel bearing was messed up, or a wheel was just messed up in general, and her ATV flipped. Now, mind you, this isn't a usual occurrence according to them. It just was a one-off situation, but Sam, being the person she is, and person I would have been as well if I was in that situation, got upset and was worried that the ATVs weren't properly kept. So she hopped on the back of my ATV, we shared one together, and we enjoyed the rest of the ATV ride. You're riding your ATV in a group behind other people's, one by one, just through the dirt roads, a little bit of mud. If you're afraid of getting dirty, please don't go on an ATV excursion because you will get dirty. But for me, this was a great experience driving through the trail that they had for us. And here's my full review. The chocolate making experience, I rate that at 3 out of 10 because of all the mosquitoes. Now, we did purchase bug spray after we got there, so you would think that the bug spray would calm it down. It didn't really help much. The mosquitoes were already doing their thing, and we sat there for a long time listening to how to make chocolate, when I feel like it was not necessary for the whole excursion. I mean, it does give you a little background on what they do in Belize, but I feel like it shouldn't have taken as long as it did. I'd rate the lunch 6 out of 10. I feel like the food could have been hotter. I feel like for the time allotted to eat, we should have got more food, and maybe I would have enjoyed it a little bit more had I had it in the middle or at the end of the excursion and not at the very beginning. I rate the ATV ride 7 out of 10 only because Sam did have an issue with her ATV, and there was a situation with another ATV, and I felt like we were just going at a slow pace. For me, being that it was my first time, I still wanted to experience some like thrill. I didn't get that much of a thrill, being that we were all lined up one-on-one, and then we would constantly stop. Overall, I give this excursion a 6 out of 10 for the price of being $119.99 per person, and then taking up most of your trip to Belize with the hour and 20-minute ride to the excursion, the hour and 20-minute ride back to the ship, and then everything in between. The ATV ride, I'm pretty sure it took maybe 45 minutes, and it probably only took that long because we had to stop so many times for the one-off situations that happened. But I would feel like you would want more ATV time, less chocolate making time. It doesn't take long to eat for most people, between 10 to 15 minutes. And if you want to give yourself some time, like an extra 5 to 10 minutes to digest your food, but I feel like it still took longer than it should have. And that's all we have for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post new content. And if you do need any assistance with booking your first or next cruise, go ahead and hit that link in the description box or in our bio so we can get you there and set up with your next cruise. And as always, safe travels.